video is for you. If you are new to Raw to 4, veganism, eating healthy, whatever it is, take a look at this video. You might find something that could help you. Because I recently got asked on Twitter, what spices do I use? So I thought I would make this video just to show you the spices that I use on a daily basis to really keep things delicious and healthy and a variety in my meals. So the big main ones really would have to be cumin, turmeric, paprika, cinnamon, and garlic powder. And those are spices that I found go well in almost any dish, really, and can just add a lot of depth of flavor. I also, to a lesser degree, will use like onion powder or celery seeds, depending on what I'm making. It's also really great to have like dried basil or Italian seasoning in your cabinet, which we do. And just to give you an idea of the kind of dishes I make, I like to make mainly like Latin inspired dishes, so Mexican, Spanish, things like that, Indian dishes, and some Italian dishes too. So we also have like curry powder and garam masala when I'm making my Indian dishes. And even when I'm not making an Indian dish, sometimes just like throwing a pinch of this onto potatoes with tomato sauce is so good. So those are kind of the main things that I use to give a lot of flavor without, any additional oils like fats, salt, stuff like that. Celery seed, that I swear is one of the best kept secrets in the world. It gives so much flavor. It's delicious in soups and stir fries. I'd highly recommend getting your hands on some of that. I also like to use cayenne for some spice. This is really hot, but just a little bit goes a long way if you like some heat in your dishes. Definitely get a nice cayenne powder. I know spices can be expensive and that can keep people from wanting to buy them, but they tend to last a long time and are really, really good investment. So I would really recommend getting at least 5 spices. For example, like my cumin powder, I bought this and I just refill this whenever I run out. And this saved a lot of money, and I got this from an Indian shop, so it's authentic. One note is that for turmeric, it's not really a spice that you would use for flavor. It's more of a health benefit. And also a coloring agent. It turns pretty much anything yellow, and it has anti-cancerous properties. But you don't want to at the end of a dish throw that on, because it does need to be cooked a little bit to take the edge off of the taste. Otherwise, it's pretty clear and unenjoyable for a lot of people. But I really add it to almost anything. So that would be my recommendation for anyone starting out trying to eat healthier, would be to get some of these spices and let me know what you think. So I also got asked if I eat rice and pasta dishes, and I'm actually eating a rice dish right now, so I thought I would show that. This is just something I whipped up really quickly. It's raw spinach, some cooked basmati rice, salsa, black beans, and then raw corn, just 1 ear, and cucumber. And you mix it all up, and it's absolutely delicious. You can put it in something if you prefer. But it's super tasty. It doesn't have any additional spices on it, but if you weren't going to use the salsa, then obviously you could spice it up. You don't have to, though. It's all up to your individual tastes. And it's super quick, super delicious. So that's what I'm having for lunch right now. I'm about halfway through it. But I thought I would go show my cabinet and show you the rice and pasta that I currently have in there now. So let's go do that. Alright, so here's the cabinet, and I share this with my parents. So there's a bunch of stuff in here that I do not eat. But just to give you an idea of some of the pasta and rice that I have in the cabinet at the moment, I have some Sam Mills corn pasta, gluten-free obviously. This is a spaghetti. And I also have DeBoles Angel Hair gluten-free rice plus golden flax pasta. And I have a second packet of the Sam Mills. They were having a sale, and so I decided to grab a few. I really, really like this corn pasta, but my parents, for some reason, they don't like the taste of corn pasta. So I found that this one has a taste much more similar to wheat pasta, and I like this one a lot. I think it's really nice too. And if you want to eat corn pasta, wheat pasta, like something like, this, then that's fine. It's just, the reason why I personally don't like to eat wheat pasta is just because wheat has been modified so much. The gluten content is a lot higher than it would normally be. And they also tend to add a lot of other things to it. Like a lot of these pastas, if you're vegan, which obviously I am, you have to check because they'll add like egg and different things that might not be vegan or healthy. So, yeah. Besides pasta, I do like to eat some other grains as well. Like here we have some brown rice that is really good for making sushi, and my parents love that. But personally, I prefer the white basmati rice, which is from India. So you don't have to worry about... Oh, there's a little spider. So you don't have to worry about arsenic or anything, because if you have looked into it at all, some of the rice grown in America has high levels of arsenic. Nothing like to be very concerned about. It's a lot less than other, like for example chicken has way more, but if you are at all concerned with that, they have a lot lower arsenic levels in India. I also really love this black rice. And this, to cook it, it's a little bit more special, I guess, than the way I would cook the white rice. The white rice, I just cook it in water. But for the black rice, I like to cook it in vegetable broth. And it gives it a lot of flavor. And then I just usually put in like some chopped, sauteed vegetables, and then serve it with whatever, potatoes, whatever you're eating. And then as for like some other grains that we have millet, buckwheat, barley, no, amaranth's not a grain, but I guess maybe it is, I don't know, I think it's a seed, but anyway, so yeah, which we eat those from time to time, couscous, quinoa from time to time, and then more barley here, but we also really love beans, and I like to buy them dried because they save a lot of money and there's no like chemicals or BPA. So we just have a bunch of beans and lentils and legumes and split peas. So those are awesome. And then, I know this wasn't part of the question, but I also like to have a few cans of no salt added organic tomatoes just in case, because sometimes you can't get fresh tomatoes at the store. I also really love this organic tomato paste, which I buy a huge thing of at Costco. And it's a really, really great base to make a lot of nice sauces. So that's really mainly the rice and pastas that I get. And as for dishes that I make with them, it really depends on what I have. I mean, you can make Italian dishes, you can make Mexican dishes, you can make tons of different things depending on what you have. I mean, if you just change up, the bean that you're using, or the veggies, or the sauce, like a tomato-based sauce, or a spicy curry, it really can give you a lot of variety. And it's pretty awesome to have those staples, that you can kind of work with. So that's what I do in that area. And if you have any more questions, feel free to comment below. And there'll be more videos to come on this, but I want to keep this pretty short. So thanks for watching, and subscribe if you haven't already.